Hello again, YouTubers. I'm SpongeBob101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel with part 74 of our SpongeBob Adventures in the Jam playthrough. We finally have our first sort of quest kind of world, Krabs' Curse. Welcome to your new home, you landlubbers. Hope you enjoyed your little party, because now the real fun begins. What do you mean, and why are we here? You're here to scrub my deck forever and obey every order your captain gives you. Wow, we're sailors now. That's a little bit too eager, huh? Okay, but I couldn't just scrub your deck. I've already got a job at the Krusty Krab. Huh, tell that to your friend Mr. Krabs. He owed me a favor and sold his soul, and yours in return. What a thing to do. I just wanted to talk to me coins, lad. That slimy ghost never said anything about additional conditions. Should I read the fine print, you greedy barnacle? Why does he want to talk? I mean, he did want to talk to his money before. And just so you know, your daughter Pearl is helping out with the ghost chores too. Now get scrubbing, har har har. Oh no, my little precious angel. Or my precious little angel, actually, should have said. But yeah, so welcome to... I'm not even sure what this kind of event is defined as. It's not exactly like Lost and Found, but it is a three-parter, okay? A three-parter event world, a triplet of event worlds where there's a continuing storyline. So I haven't thought of the terms I want to use this to call the whole thing just yet, but this whole quest world or set of quest worlds is Friends in Trouble. And we do have, at the point of recording this voiceover, it's March 29th, so we are having a rerun of it right now, the contents of which are exactly the same. Just that, you know, it's a good thing that if you didn't manage to complete it first time, you are given extra chances to do so. And it's really kind of important to complete it. I haven't personally, to be honest, so I'm kind of spoiling the end of this video here. I haven't, just because the difficulty curve, or the completion, the completion difficulty curve for the quest world, as I like to call it, is extremely steep. So you will see us going through all three worlds in this video. So we're only going to have one video for Krabs' Curse, unless at some point in the future I manage to complete the remainder of the quest and get to the very end, because I assume, of course I'm assuming, that the contents of this quest world will still remain the same, the tasks will remain the same, the energy requirements I do take a lot of issue with, but they are likely to be the same. So I'm going to go through the world and kind of give you guys some pointers that I've realized over playing this area twice, and now thrice actually. I just decided not to even bother the third time. I did just play through the first part until like 50%, so yeah, Jam Stain quest complete. But yeah, and I just figure, you know what, it's best if you are a free-to-play player. The likelihood of you finishing everything within 6 days, by the way, 6 days, is pretty slim, okay? You gotta be checking back in the app, running the ads to get energy, especially when you get to the third part of this, well, quest world. And I'm not sure if the developers will ever fix that. Mainly because this is actually a more compelling way for people to spend money in this game, in in-app purchases. And I say that because I was actually compelled to spend money, to be honest. I really felt like I really wanted to buy some extra energy so I could get to the end of this entire quest line and get the Flying Dutchman ship decoration. Now, of course, I'm not really sure. Maybe you guys are free to play as well, and you have been running through the Friends in Trouble quest world completely free. Okay, you got your Flying Dutchman, and if you Flying Dutchman ship, and if you did, I really want you to let me know how you did it, because you know, I've got other things to do, work, for example, and other stuff, so I couldn't be really looking at this game all day long. And also the energy capacity, yeah, as I said, the energy usage becomes, or at least the quest line difficulty quest, the completion difficulty curve is super steep, and you'll see this later on. So you see we are actually kind of speeding through the first area here, and that's perfectly fine and good. You know, one thing, my first pointer is, hopefully this is something actually it's not really in your control. If you can tie it up with or at least if you can tie up your gameplay of the quest world with your 7-day, 14-day, or 7, 8, 15, 23, and 22, or 30, something like that. So basically the 7-day reward, you know, where you get the energy usage discount, right? The removal debris discount. Now that is that day you will definitely want to spend it in the quest world if the quest world is ongoing, as if that event is ongoing. Now it's very, very situation specific, right? So it's completely out of your control whether the developers decide to place or activate this quest world on a certain day or a certain week. But there are calendars. Developers have put out calendars. Back here in Karate Island, just gonna quickly do this, and then we can head back over to Krabs' Curse. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so anyways, let's back to this. Kind of a random distraction there. So Phantom Deck, Captain's Cabin, and Isle of Echoes, right? Captain's Cabin entrance opened. Look, we unlocked the cabin. Pearl could be in there. Aye, we need to find her and escape this haunted tub before the blasted Dutchman catches wind. Right, Mr. Krabs will just sneak in, save Pearl, and sneak out. Easy as kelp pie. What if the Dutchman's in there taking a nap? Should we knock first? Knock? Are you mad, lad? We're not letting him know we're here. That's totally something Mr. Krabs would say. Yeah, Patrick, we're on a stealth mission. Quick and quiet. Ooh, I get it. Quick and quiet. Man, just open the door, SpongeBob, before I lose me patience. Okay, so one thing they've done with the quest worlds as well is kind of like reuse existing stuff from the main game. For example, you know, this area is basically Flying Dutchman ship, but with all the everything like kind of repositioned. So yeah, Phantom Deck. We can. One thing I did not realize, you know, what I just tapped on, those little barricaded areas with energy, with coins, with jellyfish, with gems, excuse me. At this point, I didn't really realize what they were, but 200 energy, 200 coins, that's our reward for completing Phantom Deck. Next up, we've got Captain's Cabin. So, and then Isle of Echoes is the last one. All right, so yeah, let's take a look here. Oh, no dialogue. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to continue my monologue here while you guys can just, you know, see. Yeah, so if we do get to the end of this Friends in Trouble sort of like quest thingy, we get the little display or decoration, which is cool. That's perfectly fine. Save Princess Pearl. I'm not sure why they reuse that term, because Pearl in this case is not a princess, as in medieval moments, right? So, yeah. Okay, back to the tips. As I was talking, you can see the little areas with all the goodies. You need what are called elite items to unlock them. And how you unlock them actually are through the chests. So as you progress through the, what was I calling? Quest worlds or event quest worlds, whatever you want to call it. You will notice a whole bunch of like unlock boxes. And in order to unlock them, you need keys. How do you get the keys? You could either get them from completing quests in the quest world, or from, you know, the main area from Bikini Bottom by, you know, doing the quest near the order board, or you could spend money. And very, very good. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but the strategies here are pretty complex. So, as I was saying, now going back to the idea that I was actually kind of compelled to spend money for the first time in this game, really because I did want the Flying Dutchman ship, but, you know, it's really up to you. Do you really want to spend money in the game? If you do, please go ahead, right? Like, but I don't really spend on in-app purchases at all, so that's just me, you know. it is what it is. Just trying to show you guys this how do you free to or play for free as far as possible. But you know, playing for free with this game really has a lot of drawbacks. Then again, for some reason, it seems like the the financial stream is going pretty well, because just before I started this voiceover, we had a new update on iOS on the App Store, and it seems like there will be a medieval event coming soon with Mr. Krabs, with King Krabs. You got to help out King Krabs, so that might be our third quest world, essentially. So we had the whatever this is, then the Friends in Trouble, Lost and Found, or basically the search for Squidward, not Lost and Found, excuse me. It's the search for Squidward, and then we have some sort of King Krabs area that's loosely or mostly based off of medieval moments, and Playthough castle. So it's a good way for them to reuse the assets that they already have, and hey, I mean, that's more gameplay, and as long as they're exclusive items, people are still going to continue playing. But yeah, it's kind of hard really to complete these, just because of, well, when we get to the later part of this video, actually we're at the halfway mark of this video now. What are you scallywags doing in me cabin? You're supposed to be swabbing the deck. We were just cleaning, sir. Yeah, we thought your cabin could use a little scrubbing too. Yeah, we got lost on the way to the broom closet while playing right in. Okay. Aye, Captain, we were just trying to tidy up. You know how much I love clean space and dust. Well, good one there. Cleaning, eh? Well, if you're already here, fix me desk table. It's been creaking worse than a rusty anchor. Okay. And don't go poking around where you don't belong. You might find a few familiar faces in more than a pickle. Sure. Foreshadowing, perhaps? Phew, that was close. Look at Patrick's expression. That's really good. You say familiar faces? That means our friends are out here, or out there somewhere. We need to find them. Okay, so let's keep going here. We need to collect haunted metal. Yep, that is fine. So what I've done here is dining table. Let's repair that. Basically skip through all the farming stuff, trying to get each of the items. I'm just going to show you guys the progression. Hungry Ghost Pirate. Let's get past him. And yeah, so those are the various like little unlock boxes, I call them, that you use keys to unlock, and you'll get the little shovels and the whatever else, saws, to open up those bonus rooms. And opening of those bonus rooms in and of themselves are actually little quests, which give you the little tickets, which then go towards the ticket count and your rewards and ticket count, which is accessible at the bottom left hand corner of the screen, right? So overall, am I satisfied with the new style of events? I gotta give them, it's pretty creative. They came up with a brand new quest line, which, you gotta give them credit for. They reused assets from the main game, the main world, which is also pretty smart. I mean, why start creating brand new things when you can kind of reuse things, shift them around a little bit and all that? And yeah, if it was a little bit easier to complete, I think the whole Krabs' Curse, for example, this Krabs' Curse quest line, extra world, event world, is a really great thing for the game. And it's just a question of what the goal is here. So, of course, player enjoyment, they gotta balance player enjoyment and the financial aspect of this game, which, is understandable, right? So let me know, have you guys actually decided to spend money on a game to complete the Krabs' Curse quest line, or are you just passing on it for now? I'm really hoping that the energy requirements, or at least the items to complete the various tasks in the Isle of Echoes, so the third world, are brought down, because it's really kind of hard to complete them if you don't spend money or you're not basically watching ads non-stop, right? So anyways, let's keep going here. I've been ranting a little bit too long now, and I've been just sharing my thoughts on the current state of the game here. And well, to their credit, they did allow you to. They did get the event to rerun, which is very good. Okay, just again gives you guys the opportunity to kind of complete the quest and get the reward. And I just find it really unfortunate that the events are designed in such a way that your progress will not be retained, right? It will not be retained. So you can literally spend all your energy, all your gems in the event world, not complete it. The event ends, right? And then maybe next month, the Krabs' Curse quest line comes back in. And you are given I believe 100 energy and like 15 or 5 or 15 gems, something like that, right? It's a very minute amount of rewards. And the little bumper thing says, well, you've tried this area before, but now you can try it again. And that's all good, right? But the problem is, if the progress is not going to be maintained, there is no incentive for players to replay the entire world in hopes that they will complete the next time, because they will assume, like I did, and that my test for the second round of the Krabs' Curse basically was just to see if that was true, is, everything stays the same, right? Pearl, me little girl, you're safe. Dad, I'm so glad you found me. I didn't think I'd ever get out of here. Pearl, we're here to save you, and get out of here too. But how can we get out? There is no door. What about that window? I bet I could fit through and maybe pull you guys out. You're gonna, jump out of the window? I get thinking, me darling. That window's our ticket to freedom. Well, I mean, if it's your only ticket of freedom, then fine. I'll go first and make sure the coast is clear. Then we'll slip out one by one. But what if the Dutchman catches us? And I'm ready to be a ghost snack. Don't worry, Patrick, we've got this. Just no loud noises, okay? Okay, sure, I guess. Task completed. So we can get our little tickets there. What is our next reward here? 250. Yeah, right. So these rewards aren't great, frankly. But it's more like the fact that, as I was saying, you rerun the area, progress resets, but the requirements to complete the entire zone are the same. I don't think that's a really good idea, frankly. Okay, so we have Captain's Cabin. Our reward for completing Captain's Cabin. Random stuff. Okay, never mind. Let's just keep going. And we'll see. Moving on here. Let's take a look at the Isle of Echoes. So you can see the Flying Dutchman's ship over there. We've got all that. And when I recorded this, I was just like, well, I mean, based on the first two worlds, it's going to be pretty or fairly reasonably easy to pass through the quest area. I was sorely wrong, okay? So, yeah, the amount of stuff you need to get through is just too much. Really, it's just too much. And I really hope the developers decide to lower these numbers, because it's too much, okay? And for the amount of time you get to play the event. Sandy, you're here. I'm so happy you're safe. Glad to see you guys. Looks like Dutchman's got y'all all trapped now, huh? I bet ticked off at you, Mr. Krabs, making deals with that ghost. Seriously? Yeah, hold on a second there. I had to make a shrewd business decision, savvy. I didn't think it would lead to all this ghostly chaos. We'll talk about this later. Right now, we've got a bigger problem. These floating mines are blocking the way. No way I can get past them safely. Mines? Well, at least they're not mine, heh? Get it? Oh, for Neptune's sake, Patrick, this is no time for jokes. Those things will blow us to bits if we ain't careful. What if we cut the chains? The mines would float away, right? You got it. Let's move quick and stay sharp. One wrong move and it's a one-way ticket to the moon. Alright. Okay, let's just collect these stuff and see here. So 80 pearl. I mean, never mind. I actually kind of cut out most of the requirements and most of our harvesting of the items, just because I mean, you guys ain't gonna watch that, right? I don't want to put you guys through watching all that. Just want to progress as fast as possible. Fix the rusty ribeye. So, really, it's too much requirements. The requirements are too high to fix, or at least to complete these requirements. And you'll see this again in the Lost and Found Finding Squidward event world. And that one I kind of I didn't even get to the lost map, which is even worse. But yeah, I think honestly, if this event was extended to 14 days at the same requirements, it would be workable. At a leisurely pace, right? You don't have to keep checking back. You don't necessarily have to make in-app purchases if you don't want to. But at the same time, those people who want to make in-app purchases, they'll be able to get it quicker, and they'll be able to get it the first time. So that in and of itself is the bonus for paid players. And then for free to play players, you'll just have to wait longer, but you still have a reasonable chance of finishing it, right? So 2,000 energy, that flying Dutchman ship, and 15 gems. Now, the rewards in and of themselves are not great. I mean, seriously, the Flying Dutchman ship is the main reward you would want, but it's just so hard to get to it. Okay, what kind of deal did you make for that Dutchman? Krabs, oven folding, ghost sheets, and polishing ghost boots, 4 hours. Don't worry, Score, we're here to rescue you. No more ghost chores for you. Unless you like folding ghost sheets, they seem pretty spooky fun. Fun? Folding sheets that scream at you is not fun, Patrick. I'm not letting any of us as ghost workers. Let's help Score and get out of here together before the Dutchman shows up. Okay, let's proceed accordingly, I guess. So we can get our next little reward here. That would be ice cubes. Great. Okay. So just gonna keep removing stuff here. I believe this was oh, wait a minute. Was it? I don't know. You guys can see. Like 140 on the blue jellyfish. Now this was still back when the multipliers were ×2 and ×3. So this is the very first run of Krabs' Curse, which is why that is what it looks like. But yeah, we're coming to the end of the video here, and this is kind of where I left off in Krabs' Curse, just because I couldn't make enough progress before the end of the event. And it took me a lot of energy to get through this, and I wasn't even at the end yet. And you notice I didn't actually open up any of those bonus zones throughout the maps, just because I didn't have enough keys and all that. You can, if you do, the little thing will have like a tick, and then you'll just open that thing up. But it is what it is. I hope the developers consider the feedback and make some tweaks to make it a little bit more fun. But yeah, for now, it is what it is. So guys, make sure to subscribe, like. I'll see you guys again in the next SpongeBob video, whenever that will be. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to stay tuned. See you guys next video. Bye.